Statistics from the Southern African Fraud Prevention Service point out that there was a 600% increase in incidents reported by their members in 2022 than compared to 2018. However, the challenge is that reporting a scam, while it is important, it is a reactive response once a person has become a victim. Now, the Southern African Fraud Prevention Service has introduced a website that can help you identify a scam before you become a victim. We're now joined by Maya Fisher-French. Maya, thanks so much for your time. Tell us about the initiative and where people can get assistance.
Absolutely, and I think it's such a key point that you've said. It's very difficult. If you're not sure about something, is this a scam? Isn't it? Is this website legitimate? It's actually very difficult to go and find out and get information around this. And this is what this website is called, YIMA, yima.org.za. And they've launched this, and you can use it for a couple of things. So first of all, suspicious websites. So you may come across a website, or there's a fraudster who says it's especially around investments, and they'll have a website. You're now able to put that website into, put the URL into YIMA, and it will immediately look and see, is there anything about this website that's off? Are there any, have we picked up anything negative about it? And it can also give you feedback regarding the business owner or domain owner. And also another application would be, for example, online shopping. We saw a lot of fraud with online shopping, especially during COVID. So again, you could run that URL through the website and check if it is a legitimate retailer. Then also you can go, if you're thinking that something's a bit odd, this person's offering me this, am I being targeted? There's a self-help tool there that will help you identify whether or not you're being targeted by a potential scammer, and even give you some advice as to how to respond as a possible threat. It also is going to list all the scams that it's aware of. So, for example, I'm certainly part of that ecosystem. I send in, whenever I pick up as a journalist, scams that are out and about, and they have put those up on the website. So also, if you're a little bit worried about something, go check whether or not it has been reported as a scam. And probably for me, one of the most important functions here is you can actually report the scam online. People often don't. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to go to. They often come to me, but now we're going to have an opportunity to actually report it online. And YIMA will then be able to use that, work in conjunction with the fraud prevention services and with SAPS, and hopefully try and catch these guys a little bit sooner, because that's often the big challenge.
And also getting your money back, hopefully, as a victim. But you were saying at the website is YIMA, is that YIMA, so that we can just have it on our social media handles as well for viewers to report any scam that they may be suspicious of. What about these forwarded messages that you get from a particular retailer celebrating their centenary or whatever it is, and you only find that it is not verified as well? What warning do we give to people not to share what they think might be a lucrative deal? Meantime, it could be a scam.
You know how often that happens? I get people forwarding, especially on WhatsApp. And I think if anything comes through like that, go and just always use this with huge be very circumspect about anything that's forwarded to you in a WhatsApp, even from a well-meaning friend. Retailers often don't do things like that. It's often, if it looks too good to be true, it always is. I've been writing about finance for 20 years now. I have not once come across a deal that looked too good to be true and actually was true. They are always scams. So I think that's just the overriding thing. They say, we're giving away millions of rands, you just need to click on this link. Just don't click on the link, or maybe go check it out with YIMA.
All right, and the scam doesn't necessarily happen just electronically in terms of an email or even on social media platforms. You can also get phone calls. You often wonder where these numbers or how they get hold of your number, but you have to be careful who you're speaking to as well.
Absolutely. So lists are very easily bought, to be perfectly honest. It's not difficult. There's literally this dark web of lists of people. And I must tell you that even in those lists, they identify people that they know are susceptible to fraud. So somebody who's fallen for a scam before could actually be more likely to be targeted again, because they say, well, this is somebody who could be susceptible or who naturally falls for scams. So it's quite interesting, that list. And really, if somebody phones you out the blue, the calls I get are, we have identified you as a blue chip client, and we want to give you this investment opportunity that is only for a select few. those are all warning signs, right? Where did they get my name from? Why me? All of those things. And what I always say to them, I say, okay, well, tell me about your company, to give me the name of your company so I can go and do some research. And then they sort of said, no, we want to, and they just don't want to give you more information. They're just trying to keep you on the line. They're trying to convince you of stuff. They always scam. Nobody phones you out of the blue for the best opportunity of your life. It doesn't happen.
And which ones are the most prevalent ones in South Africa? We've seen where, as you're saying, trusted friends and family coming to you and they say there's this opportunity, please come and join do they call it my downline? All you have to do is an initial investment of so much and we can build this safety or investment net for ourselves. Which ones are the most prevalent ones?
Yes, so what we see a lot of is exactly that. It's kind of almost what you'd call a Ponzi scheme where initially people are recruited. So there's an investment, there's a scamster, and it's always linked often to Forex, crypto at the moment. Those are the big buzzwords. And they say they invest in it and then they actually get some money out. And then they're encouraged to go and get more investors. Now, it looks legit, right? Because it could be well-meaning. Your family member or friend could be well-meaning because they actually got money out, but they are basically being used as marketing material. And then they go and get more and more people. I know a family that the entire family were taken for 2 million rand. Friend, so-called friend, Forex trading, the whole story. Initially they were getting money out because, of course, they can pay money out whilst money is still coming in from new investors. And then, they lost everything, 2 million. So again, you've got to be extremely careful about people who are making these claims. Again, like I said, in fact, it's just interesting to note that in the Consumer Protection Act, it actually stipulates a Ponzi or a pyramid scheme as an investment that is promising a return 20% above the repo rate. So the repo rate's what at the moment? It's just gone up against around 8%. So, 28%, if they're offering more than that per annum, effectively, they are considered a scam in South Africa. So that gives you an idea of
sorry to interrupt you. Just that website again before we let you go.
So it's YIMA, YIMA.org.za.
All right, got you. Thank you so much, Maya. On the money, thank you. Much appreciated, Maya Fisher French. That's yima.org.za. For any scam suspicions that you may have, you best check with them first.